Looky here, we got this thing pulled out of the chassis. It was only about 6 bolts. And now I've got to dissipate the CRT. So I've got this thing ready to go right here. I don't know if I should hold this phone while I'm doing this. Probably a bad idea. Okay, let's get back after that. Alright, here we are. We're going to try to discharge the CRT. First time ever, CMC. Dude's Arcades, first time ever discharging a CRT. I'm terrified. So, the videos say you can slide it under this thing. Should make a snap. Or a noise. Oh, I heard a little. Maybe. Okay, so the other thing they're saying is take this thing off. Don't feel good about that, so I'm going to go back to here. So definitely, oops, God, it's a miracle if I don't get shocked myself. Okay, so there's that. I think it might be discharged. They're saying pull this thing off. This is really super sketchy. Very sketchy. Oh, that kind of, what happened? Did it pop off? Nope, didn't. So this thing's still kind of stuck in here. Alright, that's more crazy than I've ever got with this thing. Like, you're feeling it. You're getting right down here. This is the thing. It's supposed to, like, have 50,000 volts. And so, that's why they say to ground it. Ground it, and then it should just fucking pop off, but it's not popping off. And oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. That part's off. Yeah. Look down here in the hole. Way down in the hole. No, you don't gotta go there. Let's see. You're touching it to ground. Should snap. I think this thing's good. So we're good. Actually, I didn't die. So you can actually drain the CRT and not die. Thank you, dear. Look at this thing. So this video screen, don't even want to touch it again. There it pops off. So there's the CRT, and there's the touchscreen glass, like that. Wow. Pop it back there. It's still kind of sticky. Black mirror. There you go. This thing is out. So we love this. I'm going to take this thing out and yeah, put in a CRT touchscreen LCD. Get rid of the CRT bullshit. All gone. All done. 100%. Look at all that bullshit. It's gonna like drop 40 pounds off this bad boy too. Be easier to move into the man cave. Hopefully gets a good sluts going. Right on. Alright, I got parts. Yay, thanks Robert. So this is the decased CRT chassis. So I got to put this new touchscreen monitor, hook it up to this thing. So a little bit of hardware and drilling involved. And then I'll put it back up in that big hole right there, and hopefully this thing will be up and going. I'm going to pull that fan off here. It's no longer needed. and then give it a little cleanup, and then get the monitor on there and see how that's looking. All right, be back in a bit. Ooh-wee. All right, the Odyssey continues. I got this thing mounted. It does not line up to this cage very well, at least like in all the pictures I'm seeing online. I was only able to get like 2 bolts in there, and then I just kind of put a little bit of Velcro on the bottom here just to keep it, you know, so it doesn't move around too much. I think once it's all in place, it seemed pretty tight, but once I got it all installed here, I couldn't shut the door. Right about here, it was binding on the VGA input for the monitor. And there's actually always been this little, I don't know what the deal is with this, but this dollar bill validator right here has this like little metal pin right there, and it hits, the door hits on that pin, and I gotta push it in. I've always had to push it in, but honestly, you really shouldn't have to be opening and closing this door. Once it's all fixed, it'll be fine. But there's going to be no way that this thing would work, would fit. So I took this back panel off the monitor here, and I exposed the VGA input. So basically, what I'm going to do is kind of mount that somewhere else on this board. I just got to make sure I got like some standoffs for it, so it, you know, obviously I don't want it to touch the metal. It has these little 4 standoffs here built for this thing, but yeah, it's not going to fly coming out the side like that. So a little bit of a detour here. I've seen some guys mount this like in the door itself, which is really cool. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Just because I think if I can just get it in there and get it working, I'll be happy. So, you know, which I had it all hooked up, almost ready to even power on, but I couldn't close the door, so I had to like start over again. So let me work on this, and we'll be back again. I love this thing. It's an Odyssey. Look at the glass down there. It says Odyssey. You can see at the bottom. It was like flickering when I got this thing, and then finally like I started messing with it, and like there was like this little like fluorescent starter you could like put in. I got a bunch of those, put that in, didn't turn on, and then I was like taking it apart to replace the fluorescent bulb. The bulb was probably fine. The fluorescent starter was probably fine, but it was this like little power Molex connector, 3-pin connector that like shocked the like shit out of me. Like it didn't zap me really hard, but it zapped me enough.
Still here, eh? Well,
So,
let's see.
anyways, here's the
About
professor.
balloon animals. Well, how about no balloon animals? But how about this?
So when this machine breaks down, you get the professor. If it needs a clear, a tilt, or something like that, or something like a service light, you can see the service lights up here, blinking, green and yellow, right? So those tell the slot attendant to come down and, you know, figure your shit out. So, but then when that happens, like if a player's at the game, it goes into this mode with the professor. So there's like really not a lot of stuff on the internet about this thing. There is a NLG, New Life Games forum that has a section on this Odyssey slot machine, and yeah, it's pretty few and far between. Like nobody responds to any of my stuff. But there was one dude who was like, how do I get the professor, you know, video or something like that. But I figured it out. All you gotta do is disconnect the coin hopper, and then it treats it like a jackpot, and then it tilts the whole machine, and then you can go through this. I've been watching it for about an hour now, and there's like it hasn't repeated. So like the trivia, they go through trivia, and you know, like did you know, kind of like facts and trivia. So it's really another cool aspect of this machine that no one ever wants to see. What was the name of the casino ship that was home base for TV character Mr. Lucky? Who knows? Fortuna. C. Or D. Brigadoon. C or D? Fortuna. Okay, I was right. And now the thing that sucks right now is I have this problem where the touchscreen doesn't work. So what I'm really curious is, once I get the touchscreen working, and you can actually select the answers in the trivia, does it give you any money or anything? Does it give you a credit? You know? So, anyways, there's the credits on there. It's set at 5 cents on this thing. The coin, I got the coin working today. There's this crazy little like slot where you have to put the type of coin, so you can put in. I think it's only 5.
Hey, won't it be fun
nickel, dime, quarter. If it does penny, that'd be really cool.
You'd rather talk about something like this.
The professor's back, and he just keeps throwing up trivia. It's awesome. This is like, no slot machine does this when it tilts, I bet, in modern day. And so far, I haven't seen a repeat in trivia. Like, I've seen a repeat in the videos of the professor, but like the trivia is pretty deep. And like I said, I would watch this for about an hour. So hopefully we'll get past this. There's really only one more part. I'm not sure. I got there's like one gentleman in Los Angeles who has bought a bunch of these, has extra parts, and he's like the only active person in the world. This game is so crazy. They tried to stop it. It got acquired by IGT. They squished it. They threw out all the parts. They wanted to bury this thing. And it's so unfortunate because it's such a cool machine. First time I ever went to Las Vegas in 1997 is when they first hit the casinos, and I was drawn to them immediately. That's why when I saw this pop up on Facebook Marketplace, I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? This is the game too, Phantom Bell, the poker game. This game is incredible, and that's what drew me to this game in the casinos in Las Vegas. And they were there till like the late 90s, and even into the 2000s. There's been, on these forums, you can see people asking like, are there any still out there, and not now, definitely not now. But yeah, very interesting. It's built like an ATM, super secure. All the little vents and stuff have protections on the inside, so you can't like slide a coat hanger in and try to, skim the machine or do something to it, manipulate it in some way. It's pretty secure. And yeah, so we'll go into it on another video. So it looks like I'm going to need some more parts, but I just want to do a little professor video here, and here he comes again.
Lunchtime. Wasn't that fascinating? Well, if you enjoyed that, wait till you see this.
That's a new one. I never seen him with the sandwich yet. So these guys like went out of their way on their programming. Yeah, I did know that. I drove over it on my Vespa. Bowl and frets. Probably roulette. Have to be roulette. I wish I can't wait to play this once I get the touchscreen working. Yeah, it is roulette. There you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. CMC, Dude's Arcade, and this is my Casino-cade in progress. So this is gonna be I'm gonna mash this all together, smash it up, as they say, the kids say, and we'll be back with more. Lots more to go. Lots more before. Future, past, and present. Hey Robert, got this thing installed. Here we go. Looks like it's still doing that same thing it was doing before. Wasn't what I had it on the external VGA monitor, where it's not able to see the red arrows in the calibrate. So go ahead and go into LMS. You can see. I think we're close, but I go to calibrate. This kind of same thing you were facing, but yeah, no red arrows. So it's like, yeah, something's not quite happy. So hopefully you know what it is. All right, here we are again. Got some parts in the mail from my guy down in LA, Mr. Winner, the man, the myth, the legend. He hooked me up with, I sent him down this thing, which is called a GPIO box, and it goes in right there. And it was the last thing we replaced. It was bad, and it was causing our issue. So that's my original Psycho board that came with it. This thing is like holds all the game memory and all that, and so that part was fine. And then there's my little hard drive right here that I had to replace, the SCSI hard drive. So all in all, parts and shipping, I don't know where we're at yet, but I haven't paid for this thing. He said to go ahead and install it, get it all working, and then he'll let me know how much I'm paying for this thing. So anyways, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Button this thing all up, get it back in the machine, turn it on, and see if we're finally rocking, and I can put this video together, the Odyssey journey, and then after that I think I'll do like a gameplay one. So cool. Should hopefully have a new vid coming out tonight. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. That's right. Welcome back to another edition of the Dude's Arcade. Man, tonight is a very special exclusive that we're running tonight. And so y'all know my channel. It's all about the arcade one-up cabinets that I like modify, make them good. But one thing I always wanted was a slot machine, a coin machine. So now the dude has officially got himself a slot machine, right? And this is a special machine. It was came out in like 1997, and I gotta go real back out like for a minute to show you the whole thing. On this mug right here, it's got the lights up at the top, like saying slot person come by, and really it's just because this door needs to be closed. And this thing is built like an ATM for sure. I'm gonna have like a second video that shows all of the trials and tribulations of getting this thing up and running. It took a long time. It was like 2 months parts, and it was like the funny thing was it was the last part that made it work. But look at this, the Dude's Arcade has got a casino cage, so this is the only thing that actually accepts money. I've got quarters right here. Put in a quarter, boom. Put in $1. There you go. It's taking that stuff right there. Did you see it? There you go. Let's put in another one. I wonder if I can do it upside down. Does it take it? It does. That's so cool. This is something that all you arcade one-up people never get to do. But anyways, this thing came out in 1997. It got squished by the IGT gaming company. They acquired these guys. This is so loud. Like it's touchscreen, so cool, but it's loud. And the funny thing is, like you used to be able to like turn it down, where the slot people, it was noisy. They'd turn it down. And so they upgraded the software to make it stay at 85%. You can't go lesser than 85% on the sound. But anyways, this is what got me into it. First time I ever went to Vegas, it was, I saw these things and I gravitated right towards them. I was like, this is awesome. So it plays a little... I mean, it plays Keno, it plays slots, it plays poker. This is the Phantom Bell poker with like the invisible guy, so you can just go like that, boom, bam, bam, bing, and then you're playing, and it's all touch screen on the screen. So I can go, let's keep the diamonds, the jack, let's go. There we go. So I can go back to the game menu. This was cool. So like back in 1997, Vegas, there was nothing like this in Vegas where you could play blackjack, 21, slot machines. So now I can go to a slot machine right here and say, okay, I want to do a slot machine. And the cool thing is it has like a Suzo hap stick. So if I hit bet max, it's just gonna roll, right? But if I go bet 1, 2, 3, I can reach over here. Over here. This thing. There you go. Boom. And does the... It has the slot handle. So you can play slots, like real slots. You can play poker. You can play blackjack. You can play it all. So this is it. The Dude's Arcade is actually complete at this point. It's awesome. So this thing is... I found it for $200 on Marketplace, and got it for $200. But I had to spend another $1,500 to get it to work, just in parts. And the blackjack is pretty awesome here with the top hat blackjack. This is like, are you kidding me? It's awesome. This thing rules. Anyways, yeah, Dude's Arcade. I got myself a casino-cade, like a legit one. This thing is good. It's got Keno. You can put Keno. There's different slot machines that you can add on to it. So there's like basically like you can only like play 6 at a time or offer 6 at a time, but you have 15 to choose from. And then you can make them looser, tighter to the slot, to the casino stakes. And so, yeah, that'll be my next step, is to put in some more slot machines. And let's see, how about a little game of BJ real quick before we go on Dude's Arcades. Let's go, let's play 10, and like, what do we got? 12 to 10. That's not looking good, but we'll go, let's hit 17, okay, a little stake. And dealer got 19, okay, let's do one more. There we go, 10, so let's double down. And dealer got 21. This is totally Vegas. This one might be tuned up. One more time. Alright, I got 20. How can I lose, right? It wants me to split or hit. I'm going to stand and win. Now the cool thing with this is you can double up. I can go double up, and then it gives me this high-low thing. And you got to pick which one you want, high or low. I'm going to pick high. And I got low and I lost. Alright, so just more ways to take your money. Very, very, very genius design, graphical interface. Everything they did on this thing was cool. And that's why the other company bought them and smashed them and threw their parts in the dumpster. People are literally pulling parts out of dumpsters to try to save this thing. So it's really super rare. There's one on eBay right now. The Odyssey. And it was an odyssey to get this thing working again. So stay tuned for that show. I'm gonna show. I documented everything on getting this thing to work. So that'll be the next podcast, or the first podcast, or video. Yeah, so this one I just wanted to show it's working. And Dude has a casino-cade in Dude's Arcade, man. Dude's fucking Arcade, Seattle, Washington. Come on, man. Arcade 1-up. These are not stock, but at least I got something I can put a coin into. At the end of the day, what I really wanted, my feels, was this. Oh, it didn't calculate the money in the game. Interesting. Alright. Just notice that right there. Let's go back to the game menu. There it goes. Okay. It does it in there, but yeah, man. Slot machine, Pirates Gold. This thing's the bomb for sure. Yeah, this was too ahead of its time for Vegas in 1997. They didn't know what they had. Didn't know what they had. Let's go. I can go. And then I like pulling the slot. It's a Suzo Hap jackpot slot thing. Pretty interesting. All right. Anyways, y'all, Dude's Arcade, here you go. And the Casino-cade is now open for business. Go. Absolutely off the hook, man. I'm stoked. Gonna be gambling all night. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Dude's Arcade. Peace out.